questions and you just answer them, right?
Okay.
Take a second, think about it. Yeah. So, hi.
Hi,
Hi. What's your name?
my name is Margot French.
And where were you born?
I was born in Trinidad, West Indies. I know the date, right?
Yeah. What day?
On May 1939.
What is today?
And what's the date today?
The same day. Oh, today is May 1919. 24, May 24.
And so.
And you are how old today?
I don't need all that answer right now.
How old are you?
I'm 85 years old.
Today.
So what was life like in Trinidad? How was your childhood?
You know, I grew up with a family of 4, 2 brothers and a sister, and of course my parents. And in Trinidad, my aunt had a private school. I attended a private school for about a year, and then I went over to the elementary school. There we did elementary, and then what's the other one? High school. No, I didn't go to high school there. Secondary school. From a secondary school, I went to a high school in Port Spain, Trinidad. And while in school, I was given an opportunity even before I graduated at how many years? What year was it?
12 years old.
12. What year was that? I don't remember the dates. I graduated, let's say, in
1951.
1950, right? And from the what school? I told you the high school, secondary school.
Yeah.
I went to a commercial school to do typing and shorthand. Then there was an opening at a government institution, and I took the test. I passed it, and I was hired. It was called Elections and Boundaries Commission. I stayed there for about 7 years, and after that, I got married in 1978. You could always change that date.
68?
68.
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband and migrated to America in about a year after.
Right.
And after that, I joined him. I had one child, a girl. I left her with my mother for a couple of years, 7 years.
So, what was your, how would you describe your financial status growing up? You know, you say you were, poor, richer.
I would say I wasn't poor. My dad worked for the government. And we all went to secondary schools. And after the secondary school, as I said, I went to work for the government after doing the test and everything. Spent about 7 years there, and then I migrated to meet my husband I really went to Canada.
Yeah.
That's where he was.
Yeah.
He got an opening, and he left Canada to go to George Washington University, and I followed him about a year or so later.
So how old were you about that time when you decided to emigrate?
I was 68, I wanted that. You see all those things that you all can figure out.
So about 29, 30?
Oh, yeah, about 28.
29.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it coming back to me now?
And so, why did you decide to immigrate?
Because my husband was up here, and I came to join him. Because I was married and everything then.
Yeah.
I had a second child, a girl, and what's the date?
1971.
In 1971. I came up here and I joined I had some relatives up here, and I stayed with them.
Right.
Now this really happened in New York. I stayed in New York for a bit, and then I went back. Then came down to Washington, where I stayed with another cousin.
Mm.
There, my husband decided to go to school,
Right.
college.
So that was your husband's
George
goal
Yes,
coming to America was
Right.
to get education.
yes,
Yeah. And so you had a lot of family. You had friends
yes.
and family
Yes,
that were there.
already in America.
Mm.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Who were those people?
where those
Who?
friends from school
Yeah.
when I went into high school in Trinidad and
Mm.
commercial school,
They were in the area.
and the other friends, more or less, I had more relatives really.
Mm.
I had more relatives.
Cousins and
Yeah, all
Yeah.
cousins.
and so the immigration process. How would you describe that? You know.
When I came to the States, I said, well, I was in Trinidad.
Yeah.
When I came to the States, then we decided to file
Yeah.
for the immigration.
Mm.
I had to take a test, and after the test, when you pass, they set up a date for you to go and swear. When they swear you in Baltimore.
Right.
Got my green card, and I started working for the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, what else came up? I worked there for 26 years at the bank.
Yeah.
I left, I retired, and worked for the Department of Labor Credit Union. Then I worked for, what's the name of it, please?
You want to say the name of the bank?
McLaughlin National Bank.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worked, as I said, I worked for Department of Labor Credit Union. From the Department of Labor Credit Union, I left and I worked for, what's the name of the bank, Andrea? What's the name of the bank? You know?
CQ? It changed to CQ later.
Not CQ.
So,
Not CQ. Oh boy.
it's alright.
For another credit union.
Yeah. So I know you were a very deeply religious person.
Right.
So did finding a religious community help ease the transition from Trinidad to America?
Yes, in a way, but in that sense, I had my relatives in the States.
Mm.
You know, it was very easy to find somewhere to stay, and I got all the help, to transfer to Washington.
Mm.
Came to Washington, there was another set of relatives here, so I also joined with them until I had my own place, and from there, I got a divorce.
Mm.
I was in 1978, no, 19, I gotta look. Let's say 1968, could be 68, that's when I came up here. I got divorced in,
So did
you
your
know, for the year,
77.
77? 77, that was
Yeah.
1977.
so
And then I
mm.
had one little girl stayed in America for a while until I got myself all settled.
Right.
And after the divorce, I got my own place and started living, with one of my daughters, because one was in Trinidad, and life just went on. I didn't have any problems. As I said, I joined the Assembly Adventist Church, and I had a lot of support there.
Yeah.
And most of it, a lot of support. And I'm still Assembly Adventist.
And that's very, very deeply tied to
Oh,
who
yes.
you are.
Yes, and very good friends.
Yeah. Right.
Very, very good friends that we have there, so up to this day.
Mm. Okay. So, so what was the first job you worked when you what we
I work for a finance company.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And I think I work for 2 finance companies.
Yeah.
I don't remember all of them, but I know I work for General Electric in the accounting department.
Right.
And from General Electric, I went to, it's from General Electric, I think I went to the bank. And that's where everything went, you know. The bank. So, and I said, go back to the bank and all the different places I work in credit unions. In 2010, do you have any more questions about, in 2010 or 11, I was ill, I got ill, and I was unable to go back to work. And right now, I had 2 brain operations. One wasn't as serious as the last one. The last was it was the aneurysm, brain bleeding in the brain. And since then, I'm home. I'm taking care of myself. And my 2 girls, well, they're working and they're still here, and you know, supporting me sometimes a lot.
Yeah.
This is where I am right now.
So, as a black woman in America, do you remember a time where you ever faced any discrimination?
Yeah, I really can't say that.
Yeah.
No, maybe later on, you know, all my concern was that I don't think I was paid.
Right.
I don't know if that's called a description. I was paid. In that once I had to go to the big boss. What was he called? The chairman of the board to complain about a raise I got. I wasn't satisfied with it.
Right.
You know what I got for the work, and he did. He knew what I was doing. I used to do reports for the board meeting, so I went to him and talked. He said, "Come over and get some coffee." So I went over, and by the time I got back, he had called the director of lending where I used to work. I used to be in the loan department. And when I got my paycheck, there was a raise on it.
So they figured it out for you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Or they had to. They had to listen to that guy. He was the chairman of the board. So.
Yeah.
And I can't say, you know, anything to disturb me. They had liked me at the job. And they even asked me to be a manager once, and I turned it down for different reasons. And I did a few branches, manager, assistant manager, a few branches. And then I left, I think in 1975. 1975, when I started working for I'm talking about the bank, right?
McLaughlin.
When I worked for McLaughlin National Bank, and then I started working for. When I left the bank, I took a course at Holy Cross, CNA, that's assistant nursing assistant. It's called Andre.
CNA.
Yeah, CNA. I did that for a couple of years. I think I did that before I went to the credit union. And since then, as I said, when I got sick, I wasn't able to work again. And they had called me back, and then they said that they wanted somebody full time. And since then, I didn't feel comfortable going back to work. You know, the stress and the brain having to think about things. And here I am. Enjoying life with my children and grandchildren.
Your 85th birthday.
And my 85th birthday. And one of my favorite grandchild is Lucas.
Did you ask what was life like in Trinidad? You did?
Did I? I think I did.
Yeah.
Talked about school. Yeah.
I grew up with 2 brothers and a sister. And cousins.
You can play it back.
Is there anything you want to add?
Any questions?
No, did you ask all of yours? I feel like you had more.
Well, we scratched the one about politics. That's the
I
one we
know what's
scratched.
the
So,
word for politics.
and then there was one where you
Okay.
sometimes you answered it, you know, in a different question. But I think that was good. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was good.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.